Hello, everyone. Welcome to EduTap and a warm welcome to the Toppers interview series by EduTap. So, guys, today we have another topper with us who has cleared NABARD Gr A with flying colors. So, I would like to welcome Mr. Vinay Jadhav.
Thank you
Uh,
very much, ma'am.
Thank you and congratulations on clearing NABARD Gr A in your very first attempt.
Thank you, ma'am.
To students, I would just like to give a brief introduction of Mr. Vinay Jadhav, right? And so that you know the background, and then we will start with his strategy of the examination. So, Mr. Vinay has done his BSc in statistics, and then he has also done his master's. And the important thing is that he has cleared this examination in the very first attempt. He was preparing for UPSC, statistical service as well as civil
Yes,
service, right?
yes.
And in the meanwhile, um, he appeared for the examination and he got through it, right?
Right, ma'am. Yes.
So, Mr. Vinay, I would please request you to give, like, to add more to your introduction part so that students can get to know more about you, your background, before we start with the strategy.
So yes, my name is Vinay Dhanaji Jadhav, and I completed my BSc in Statistics from KJ Somaya College of Science and Commerce, Mumbai, in the year 2017, and then I did my Masters in Statistics from Pondicherry Central University in the year 2019. And when I was in my masters, I gave two attempts of Indian Statistical Service examination, in both of which I cleared the mains part, but I was unable to clear the final cutoff, like the mains and interview part combined. Uh, and this year also, I have given the mains of Indian Statistical Service, and my interview is going to be in, like, most probably in April 2021. Uh, and just after my second attempt of UPSC, in which I didn't clear, so I thought of shifting my focus to other exams as well. So at that time, I like the notification of NABARD came in the year January 2020, and
Right.
so I thought of giving that also, and then I gave that and I cleared that.
Okay. So, guys, here very interesting thing is this interview is going to be very helpful for the UPSC aspirants, first of all, because we have seen those who are appearing in the UPSC examination or now are like planning for RBI examination NABARD, they are a bit worried, like where to start from, what to do. Will this study help us even in NABARD or RBI? This is the thing in UPSC aspirants' minds, right? And
Right.
this is also very important that how Vinay cleared the examination in the first attempt. He said that in January got to be like he was aware about the examination in January itself.
Right.
He filled the
Yes.
form,
Yes.
and then how did he manage? So we will see the detailed strategy phase one ka, फिर phase
Right,
two का
ma'am.
भी and interview tips also we will take from you.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है?
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Yes.
So Vinay, please just tell us that how did you start for phase one? As you said, you just started your preparation in January. Exam
Right,
was in
ma'am.
I think
Yes.
February 24th. So how
Yes.
did you
Right.
manage phase one?
So, see, when the notification came, I saw that there was only two seats. One seats for open category and one seat for OBC. So, like everyone, I was not like sure that whether I will get through that exam or not. So, I was not very serious, frankly, for this exam. So, I just thought that I'll study every day, like for 2 3 hours, because my main focus was Indian Statistical Service. From the start itself, my main focus was that. So, what I did. See, then I saw the syllabus. So it was quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English, and computer awareness, and ARD and ESI was there. So this quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and computer awareness was there for me, since I was a statistic student. So this part was very much easy for me, and computer awareness was there in Indian Statistical Service as well. So this part I didn't prepare separately, but for ARD and ESI, since I was preparing for my civil services as well, so the base was created because I joined classes for economy and this environment as well. So these sections were like the basic structure was clear for me. But since NABARD, the questions in NABARD are more kind of factual question. So what I did was like I searched a lot of YouTube videos. So I came across EduTap revision series, in which every day like ma'am used to like just discuss about questions, current affair, economic surveys were discussed and all that. So every night I used to see that videos and I used to revise that PDF. So nothing special I did, because I was not actually having any hope for this exam, because since there was one seat and agriculture and ESI questions were there. So I just thought ki I'll give this exam. And just after clearing my prelims, I thought like now I should focus this, because now only English and statistics is there. So basically, for prelims, frankly, I didn't studied much. So I did just basic here and there, and quantitative reasoning English was strong for me. Like I was not having much problem with respect to that. So that was basically my strategy for phase one.
Okay, so guys, I hope you have taken this point that Vinay said that his base for QRE, quantitative reasoning English, was good, and he was also aware about the type of paper it is going to come, right? So
Right.
that
Yes.
means he saw the syllabus. This is what we emphasize again and again, that when you are new to the examination, you see the syllabus, you see the type of questions which are coming, and then he searched the see videos also, that what all is there for me to help. So you
Yes.
have
Yes.
to
Yes.
like find out what to study. You do not need to like डूबने जाना है कि क्या करें क्या नहीं करें. ऐसा नहीं है, restrict कर लो खुद को, right? And
Right.
Vinay, how did like how was QRE, the level? What was it difficult? Was it moderate for you? As you said, you had a base for it.
Right.
So in the paper, how did you find the paper?
Ma'am, it was moderate, but what I found was the time was very much limited.
Hmm.
So the time constraint was there. So as I was from statistics background, so we are like every day we solve more numerical kind of problems. So that was not that much difficult as such for me. The level, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but the timing, because such questions are totally different. So now in as like I am from statistics, so we solve probability questions and all that. But these are totally like kind of IQ level questions. So
Hmm.
because I don't have much idea about banking sector, because such questions are more kind of frequently in banking type of question like SBI, PO and all that. But I haven't given that, so I can't compare the level as such with other exams. But the questions were kind of moderate, not that hard,
Hmm.
but time was limited. That I
Time is
feel
limited. Yes, of course. So
exactly.
that is what makes it difficult for the students, because the time is limited. But if you have a strong base, you see, quantitative and reasoning, if you do it right, because students are very much scared of quant reasoning. If you make it
Right,
strong, it is very likely that you will be through the phase one wala part. Okay?
right,
Because
yes,
as
yes,
Vinay said, that for GA part, ESI, ARD, he just went through the videos which EduTap was
yes,
providing,
yes,
and
yes,
on a daily basis, you see,
yes.
without fail, he was watching the videos, revising the PDFs, because he got to know that questions are going to be fact oriented,
Factual, yes, very
right?
factual, yes,
So
yes.
that you have to do. I think this is going to be very helpful to the students. Okay?
Right.
Any other thing which you would like to suggest to the students for like reading purpose apart from videos, as you suggested? What can they read
So
for like anything?
I was revising the current affair magazines for the UPSCs. Like I joined a coaching class so there. So I used to revise the coaching material, that current affair magazines every
Hmm.
month. So that was the source
Hmm.
for current affairs. But apart from
Hmm.
that, nothing much source was there. Like current
Yes,
affair
to
and
current affairs, right. So he was preparing, as he said, so that you should do, right? It is very important. The base gets created, right?
right, yes.
Very
And
nice.
GA and ESI, no, ma'am. Like the questions were so factual that I think I hardly attempted 30 to 40% question only. Like from 20, I attempted like very hardly 8 9 questions only I attempted
Hmm.
ESI. But other part I was good, so I attempted that section. But
Hmm.
since only 1 month was there, so like I didn't attempted much in this ESI
So,
and
Vinay,
ARD.
what I would say is that here, what we always suggest is that you have two options. Either uh, do a lot of hard work in GA, ESI, ARD, okay, or make
Right,
your QRE very strong. QR specifically,
right,
right? Even English. So,
yes,
either of these two sets, you have to make one very strong. And I can clearly
yes,
see
definitely,
that your QRE part was strong enough.
yes, yes, ma'am.
Right. So that works, guys. ठीक है, because people are worried कि QRE कर लेंगे तो ठीक है, but ये नहीं हुआ तो नहीं होगा. ऐसा नहीं
हाँ,
है, right?
और मैम इसमें कैसा होता है कि लाइक आई वाज फ्रॉम स्टैटिस्टिक्स राइट सो द कंपटीशन वाज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड एंड
Hmm.
जनरली द स्टैटिस्टिक्स पीपल डोंट हैव मच लाइक दे डोंट डेफिनेटली दे डोंट हैव एनी बैकग्राउंड इन एग्रीकल्चर एंड
Hmm.
economics so definitely that cut off for that section would be definitely low that I was
Hmm.
aware कि definitely that cutoff will be low. That's what I didn't focus much on ARD and ES. I focused
Hmm.
that I should clear the basic cutoff at least, but
Right.
that quantitative reasoning I focused more.
Hmm.
That was
That's a good thing. So I think that is a major key takeaway, right? ठीक है. Coming to your descriptive part, phase
right.
two of the examination. So statistics we
Yes,
will hear, but like descriptive English paper is the one which students, a lot of general students will also be appearing for it, and it will be helpful for
right,
them also. So let's first
right.
discuss about your
Hmm.
that paper. What would you suggest? What was your
Uh,
strategy?
So, for any students who are appearing from a specialist field, so I will say that English part plays a very important role because if we see the students who are appearing for that specialist, any specialist discipline, are postgraduate doctor, PhD people. So they are going to score good in their part. But
Hmm.
now the part which many people lack, like confidence or skills, that will be English.
Hmm.
So I focus more on English, and this times since in banking examination, like in UPSC we have to write it on paper, but in
Hmm.
banking we have to like put it on like computer. So
Hmm.
English part played a very important role. So I joined Narveer sir classes, EduTap classes, and because the
Hmm.
pattern is totally different now in UPSC, and this year we have to write letter. So the format of letter plays a very important role over here.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's why I joined classes, and so and that 50 essays that were sent to me by the mail, like the PDFs, EduTap PDF. So I used to go through that because it contained lot of facts, and banking essays are more kind of factual oriented. Like we
Hmm.
have to put more facts, numericals, so that marks increases. That is what I heard, like from lot of YouTube videos. Like you have to put more facts and at the proper places and all that.
Hmm.
And so that's why English plays a very important role, I would say. And I did English lot good in this because like I used to practice English, like the letter I used to type like every 2 day I used to type one letter at least. And essays also I used to type because the time frame is very limited. And this time what happened was the word limit for essay got increased. Like earlier it used to
Yes,
be
250 to
200
400, right?
but this time it was 400,
Right.
like if I'm able to recollect correctly.
That's
So
right.
so like because of my speed, so I was able to type. And uh, this time I wrote essay on unemployment and this underemployment one.
Hmm.
So the factual data I was having with me, and that helped, I think, for writing fastly. And I think and I completed my English paper just 3 minutes before.
Hmm.
So that
So Vinay,
time.
like, did you stick yourself in terms of like essays and all? Did you stick yourself to the descriptive batch which you joined, as you said that you joined EduTap's Narveer Sir's batch? So
Yes,
did you
yes.
restrict yourself to that particular videos or the PDFs which we were providing you at that time?
No, ma'am, that I referred, but since I was like in Indian Statistical Service, also we have an English paper.
Hmm.
So I already was like preparing for essays and all that. Like I used to prepare from my post
Hmm.
graduation itself. So, but here, ma'am, the essays are more kind of agricultural essays.
Right.
Like what this
Related
time
to
it
the
was not
syllabus part.
syllabus,
Huh.
agricultural economy. So
Hmm.
that's why I thought of taking that course because that
Hmm.
material would be very much handy.
Hmm.
And the different part was the report writing and letter part is not there in UPSC. So that's why
Hmm.
I thought I would like focus on that because that main what happens, ma'am, everyone knows to write the letter, but that format in banking examination of writing letter is totally, I think, different. uh,
Hmm.
up- like so that's why that played a role. But for essays I used to study from other sources as well. Bakshi sir book is there, so I referred thoroughly that book. But but for brushing up I referred the EduTap PDFs more.
Hmm. So, like, basically, you used your knowledge which you had earlier, the experience you had earlier, in the right way, basically. That what you
Right,
need here. right? And
Yes.
all the things that, handy things from EduTap also you took up. And important thing which I would like to highlight, practice.
Right.
You said you used to
Yes.
actually write letters every 2 days. You used to write like one
Yes. Yes.
letter, one
Every
essay
day.
or something.
Yes.
This is very important, guys, because what happens is students, I have seen this, I have got these such queries that students, what they do is they'll read a lot,
Mm.
they'll see the videos, but they will write the paper for the like they'll write the essay for the very first time in the paper itself. So that
Ha.
is
Yes.
not
Yes.
right. है ना?
Right. And English plays a
Practice.
very important role. Yes, practice is important, and for specialist candidate, especially English is very important because that other part paper is like everyone is master in that. So an
Hmm.
MCQs paper is that, and that level is also not that high. Like
Hmm.
if I say if we compare with UPSC and all that, so that's why English will play a very important role here.
Hmm. Right. So that was about English, and I think practice, then use your knowledge. You took the course, so like such things you should find
Yes,
out
yes,
what is helpful to you, and you can
yes,
take help from those things. Okay.
yes.
Okay. And anything you'd like to specifically tell for like statistics wala part to the aspirants, although there are less number of aspirants as you yourself
Right.
said, but still
Yes,
anything you'd like to add here for those students, what can they study? Like you had a background from UPSC, you were
right.
studying, you have done your bachelor's and masters in
Yes.
statistics. So what would you suggest to the students?
So what I would tell to statistic student is that the question paper is not that difficult. So the question you can expect is of a gate level. Some questions are of gate level or below that. So questions are not difficult, but the time constraint is there. So you have to be very quick in that. And so basic books like everyone know, a statistic student know, VK Rohat ki book is there, or SC Gupta VK book Kapoor book is there. So it can cover. Apart from that, what I did specifically, since I was preparing for UPSC, Indian Statistical Service, so I solved GATE question paper, net question, CSR net question paper. I
Hmm.
thoroughly went. So that is more than enough. So
Hmm.
apart from that, you don't have to study much about statistics. And yes, what is unique in NABARD is that questions are also asked from applied statistics. Generally, what happens in any any statistical exams, questions are asked from theoretical part, like theoretical aspect of statistics. But here applied part such as statistical quality control, OR is there. So you have to be thorough with that part also. What I will say,
Hmm.
like that is it.
So
That
I
is for
think that will
statistics.
help you guys if you are preparing these, like toppers are there, see, telling you what they did and how can it help you. Another very important thing which I think I noticed, and it is for all the aspirants, that is practicing the questions. Like previous year questions,
Question. Yes.
you went there and found the type, the level of questions what is there,
Right.
and then solve them, right? So that you
Yes. Yes.
acquaint yourself with the type of questions, the
Right.
syllabus, all these things that you should do again, right?
Right. Yes.
Chalo, so that was about your finance, statistics wala part.
Statistics. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right. So coming to the interview part, right? How
Right. Right.
like did you start the preparation of interview? What extra did you do from apart from your knowledge which you already had?
Yes. So statistic part was fine with me for interview because like I was like gave interview twice interview before the
Hmm.
NABARD. I gave twice the UPSC interview. So statistics part was fine, but the here the unique was agricultural part because since NABARD is working in that field, so
Hmm.
you should be aware about the statistical part in agricultural.
Hmm.
So I focused like the one question which I thought like every mock which I gave, the one question was how you will use your statistical knowledge in agricultural and rural development. So I prepared thoroughly that. And apart from that, since agriculture was new, so I started from base. So the state focus paper, which everyone says that you have to read. So I referred for Maharashtra, like state focus paper. For Mumbai, what are the activities? So so in interview also, apart from statistics, they ask about like uh, so what is like what you can do in agriculture and rural development through your field, like through statistics. So I was able to answer that quickly. And they ask about the functions of NABARD. So that was actually very basic question, but since I was from statistics, they thought that they will keep NABARD very simply. So they ask about the functions of NABARD, so their scheme. So in statistics, if we see the e-Shakti scheme, like I am not able to recollect that. Digitization of SAG is there now. I
I think
think
that's E-Shakti only.
eShakti, yes, the eShakti
Hmm.
platform which is created. So the data is generated regularly.
Hmm.
So they ask about eShakti. So what are the data that are collected? So like more kind, my interview was focused on statistics and like NABARD related statistics. So
Hmm.
eShakti platform is there, Ensure platform is there. So the data is collected with respect to banks. That fraud analysis is there. So I answered that. So they asked about, then they ask about the how financial inclusion is taking place, and so how statistics can play a role.
Hmm.
So like generally then fintech companies are there, so they analyzes the proxy of the like credit history, because the NABARD is dealing with that section of population which lacks credit history basically. So
Right.
we have to generate more proxies for their credit history so that we can include them also, like more financial inclusion can happen. So that was there. And since and then this statistical part got over, and then I was also working in an NGO whose work was to promote scientific temper. So I think my interview went for 22 minutes, and in that 22 minutes, I think 10 minutes went for this my NGO part, this which I was working. So the one of the member was an IAS officer. So she was asking, like she was very much interested in that topic, scientific temper wala.
Hmm.
So she was asking that like what is scientific temper, so why our Indian society is lacking scientific temper, and all that questions were there. So I think that I answered very well. Statistics question I was like good, I will say. I answered it satisfactorily, but this question I think I answered more very good, like you can say. So that I think played a very important role in that. And since what I will say, for interview preparation, you have to focus on your graduation subject. Like for specialist, I don't know about generalist
Hmm.
stream candidate, but for specialist you have to focus only on your this statistic, only on your specific subject. So they are not asking much about that other NABARD aspects. If you are a specialist candidate, only they are asking about NABARD related to your field and
Hmm.
your hobbies and all that. So that what I would be saying.
So what I can sense is that like your interview was driven towards your own field, statistics,
Yes,
and then as you said, you are associated with the NGO. So basically, what you are involved in, that was also asked.
right.
So
Yes, yes,
what
yes.
important thing I have noticed is that you are very much thorough with, be it your subjects or be it anything which you are doing, because you could answer the questions related to your NGO or scientific temperament wala part because you were involved there and you were very clear on the
Right.
concepts there, that this is what they do, why am I here. So clarity is the key, I would say, what I can
Yes, yes.
take away from you, that you were very clear on your subjects, what you have read, right? All the knowledge, plus whatever you are doing. I'm sure your hobbies also, you have the thing that this is my hobby
Yes.
and this is why this is
Right.
my
Yes.
hobby, like these, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
clarity is the key. So what
Yes.
is your
Definitely,
hobby,
ma'am.
Vinay, वैसे if I ask?
Yes, ma'am. Like apart from all these things, I do cycling. I like to go for trekking. So these two, like I mentioned there.
Right. So all
Yes.
in all, it was, I can see that it was a good interview because
Yes. Yes.
you could confidently tell what you were involved in, right?
Yes, yes. And the questions were like more kind of predictable questions. So when I went
Hmm.
through various mocks, so they asked similar type of questions. Only that scientific temperament wala thing, like most of the mock neglected, but that statistics wala part,
Huh.
like they are like covered. Only that since like uh, more kind of see, if we see, they went theoretical also. Like for statistics, they sometimes they ask, like they have asked me about concepts also. So mocks generally didn't cover that, but the question of how you will apply statistics in NABARD, that questions were common. So I think that I prepared very well, and I think
So
it was
mock
satisfactory
interviews
for them.
also helped you, right?
Definitely, yes, ma'am.
How
Yes,
many
yes.
mock interviews like did you take?
Ma'am, I gave four mocks.
Okay.
Yes,
And
I
you,
gave four.
okay. all these were like some or the other kind of help was provided to you
Yes,
through
yes,
these.
definitely. Mocks were like
Hmm.
mocks played a very important role because since this is like new field for me, like for
Hmm.
agriculture and rural development, this is new field for me. So every time I learned something, like at least one question or one point I learned, and that I think helped uh, because the 25 marks is there, and this time it was only one seat. So that interview marks is going to play a very important role, that I was knowing, because like what I saw was in RBI, like many people scored single digit marks,
Hmm.
like what I heard from
That's
like
right.
when I was preparing. So, yes, so interview was going to play definitely important role. And when I was in top five, like because since there was one open seat, so 1:5 ka ratio hai. So I was in top five, so I thought like I should give 100%, even though I don't get selected, but I should give 100%. So
Hmm.
mocks, 4 or 5 mocks I gave. I talked with various people, like so there were some senior people from like RBI and also there. So I talked with them. So my seniors were also there actually in RBI. So I talked with them. So how should I prepare and all that. So yes, that went actually good.
So all in all, you have for even phase one, for phase two, your interview, you practiced a lot, be it writing, be it
Right.
interview
Yes.
part. You were prepared on your part. Whatever you could
Right.
prepare, you prepared, and that actually helped, I
Yes.
would tell, right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
that's a beautiful thing. I have a question from student Aditya. Okay, I'll just tell
Right.
you the question.
Okay,
Aditya is
ma'am.
asking, sir, how did you spend your last week in terms of preparing a descriptive paper? I think English,
Okay.
yes, Aditya is referring to.
Okay. So for English, what I did was like exam was I think on 24th September, right, ma'am? Phase two ka
Right.
24th
फेज
September.
टू का
So
सितंबर 24th 26th
हाँ
ऐसा
20
कुछ था,
हाँ
हाँ,
समथिंग,
लास्ट
हाँ
वीक।
ऐसा था. तो मैंने कैसे किया था कि जो लास्ट वीक था तो उसमें पूरा मैं रिवीजन कर रहा था, और लेटर में लास्ट तक प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था, मतलब लाइक आई थिंक एग्जाम के 2 दिन पहले भी मैंने एक पूरा पेपर सॉल्व किया था टाइप करके, एसे का
हम्म।
और लेटर का. सो आई थिंक प्रैक्टिस टिल एंड यू हैव टू डू, एंड रिवीजन, बिकॉज वो जो फैक्चुअल जो डेटा होता है, जो लाइक फिगर्स और वो
हम्म।
सब होता है, वो इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. तो वो इसमें बैंकिंग एग्जाम में वो इम्पोर्टेंट, इसलिए वो रिवाइज तो मैं कर रहा ही था, और पेपर भी लास्ट के 1-2 दिन पहले मैंने पूरा सॉल्व किया था एक पेपर, सो दैट लाइक आई वुड बी कॉन्फिडेंट. मेन क्या कॉन्फिडेंस ही है इसमें कि लाइक आई एम एबल टू सॉल्व द होल पेपर इन लाइक इन द प्रॉपर टाइम. भले आप वही पेपर सेम पेपर भी टाइप किए तो चलेगा, मतलब सेम पेपर भी आपने सॉल्व किया तो भी चलेगा. एवरी टाइम यू डू समथिंग न्यू, बट टाइम में होना वो इम्पोर्टेंट है.
नाइस। तो आदित्य, आई थिंक ये द टेक अवे इज प्रैक्टिस, है ना? जब तक
राइट.
पेपर कर सकते हो तो प्रैक्टिस करते रहो। तो ठीक है, दैट वाज आई थिंक अ वंडरफुल सेशन। बहुत अच्छे आपने पॉइंटर्स बताए हैं फेज वन के लिए, फेज टू के लिए। प्रैक्टिस इज द की,
यस.
क्लैरिटी इज द की, है ना? रिविजन करते
क्लैरिटी.
रहो बार बार, ये चीजें बहुत जरूरी हैं। Vinay, anything else which you would like to add on apart from like these list of questions that I've asked? कुछ भी आप ऐड करना चाहते हो, स्टूडेंट्स को बोलना चाहते हो, तो आप
हाँ.
प्लीज कहिए।
तो मेरा टोटल एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था कि मैं, सिंस आई वाज एन यूपीएससी कैंडिडेट, सो दिस एग्जाम वाज टोटली डिफरेंट. सो आई थिंक यू शुड फोकस ऑन द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस एंड ऑल दैट, since it was totally new for me, like seriously it was totally new for me. Prelim was so totally, matlab, like I was not even confident that I would be able to clear prelim, but like fortunately I cleared. So exam का जो pattern है, so आप question paper मुझे लगता है वो ये कीजिए फॉर स्पेशलिस्ट कैंडिडेट. आई विल से, आई वोंट से एनीथिंग अबाउट जनरल कैंडिडेट, बट स्पेशलिस्ट कैंडिडेट के लिए क्या होता है, लाइक वी आर नॉट फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चरल बैकग्राउंड, इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड, तो टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स. तो कैसा होता है कि क्वेश्चंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्वेश्चन तो इजी है, क्वेश्चन आपको बराबर ये करना है, और आपका जो नॉलेज है, प्रीवियस नॉलेज, और जो रहते हैं, जो फ्लो में रहते हैं, जो अभी अभी एडुटैप जैसे, तो मैंने वो आपका जो आपका आपका ही था मैम, वो जो रिवीजन सीरीज था आपने कर रहा था,
राइट, हाँ,
तो मैं
मैंने
वो
देखा।
एवरीडे वैसे देख रहा था. तो मुझे लगता है कि आप वो एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड स्टडी कीजिए, नहीं तो
हम्म।
आप कैसे करेंगे कि एग्रीकल्चर का बहुत डेप्थ में जाएंगे, तो वैसा जरूरी नहीं है. इधर फैक्चुअल पूछते, तो वो मैं समझ गया था कि बहुत फैक्चुअल पूछ रहे हैं लोग, तो ऐसा कुछ एग्रीकल्चर का बहुत डेप्थ नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए. तो वो मुझे लगता है. और अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट व्हाट आई विल से इज दैट कि आपको लाइक यू हैव टू डू some activities, like apart from studies you have to be like do some extra activities, that like I used to do cycling. So in
हम्म।
corona times, since we were not able to go outside, so I was doing cycling. So that enhanced my mood. So I was fresh. Like that is, I think that kept me on, because what happened was, like in pandemic time, people don't used to study, and we got lot of time. Like if we see for mains, I think we got 6 months. So
Yes.
that was very much like that. Like the mains doesn't require that much time.
Hmm.
So I think you have to be consistent. So for that, apart from studies, you have to do other activities as well. That will, I think, like that will make you cruise this exam, such
Hmm.
competitive exams.
Like keep yourself motivated, keep yourself
Yes,
engaged in some productive activities, है ना? Be
yes,
it following your hobby, cycling हो, walk करना हो, running हो, anything, sports कुछ भी खेलना हो सकता है जिससे आपको momentum बना रहे basically that yes I am
right,
productive, क्योंकि वो laziness mode में चले गए तो फिर वो सीपन होती रहती है, right?
right, yes, sir.
चलो, सो थैंक यू विनय, बहुत अच्छा इंटरव्यू इट वाज। आई थिंक द
Thank you very
पॉइंटर्स
much.
यू हैव मेंशनड बहुत काम आएंगे स्टूडेंट्स के। गाइस प्लीज आप कुछ भी और क्वेश्चन हो, आपको इंटरव्यू कैसा लगा, आप कमेंट्स में ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, ठीक है? सो थैंक यू विनय फॉर योर
I
प्रेशियस
mean,
टाइम, वी विश यू
yes,
ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट।
thank you very much, ma'am. And I would like to thank the EduTap team, नारवीर सर स्पेशली, लाइक फॉर इंग्लिश क्लास बहुत अच्छे लगे, और आपका भी मैम जो प्रीलिम्स के रिवीजन सीरीज से, मतलब बहुत होप्स नहीं था, बट मैंने वो रिवीजन किया और मतलब प्रीलिम्स निकल गया। तो आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक ऑल द EduTap टीम लास्टली।
थैंक
यस,
यू सो मच, वी आर ब्लेस्ड। बहुत अच्छा लगता है अच्छे हार्ड वर्किंग एस्पिरेंट्स जब ऐसे निकलते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है। अगेन विश
यस,
यू ऑल द बेस्ट। अभी ज्वाइन करोगे, फिर आगे और भी इंटरव्यू देना है आपने अप्रैल में, तो
यस
बहुत
मैम,
आपको
डेफिनेटली।
विशेस।
यस, थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम। यस, थैंक यू मैम।
ओके, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम, बाय बाय।
यस, बाय मैम।